G'day, Aussie bonsai bloke here. How you going? Today, got me ash tree. Or you might remember it. I did a repot on it a while ago where I smashed the pot. Just showing you how much it's grown since. I'm just going to trim it back a little bit today to hopefully promote some extra ramification during the year. One thing I'll tell you, once you get all this leaf on there, it's amazing how much more water this thing uses now. I've been watering still once per day, it's still quite cool, but with all these leaves taking up a lot of water, it's only sort of just enough, so I might even start upping the water on this one. So just keep an eye out for that when you get a lot of foliage on your deciduous trees. They're going to need more water. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick trim on this one. It won't be a long video today. So just a nice, quick, sharp video. I'll show you how I trim the ash tree. It's a fairly crude way of doing it, but I don't know. The ash tree, because the ash tree, I'll show you, has long leaves like that. Like that's one leaf for an ash tree. That's one leaf. Whereas you know, an elm or something, that would be a leaf. For an ash tree, that's a whole leaf. So what you do, normally you would cut back to 1 or 2 pair at the base of a shoot. But because the ash tree is a lot different, what I do is I just grab a bunch, cut it. Okay, grab a bunch, cut it. And because pretty much most of this has got its main branches all set up now, there's no real parts or areas of the tree that I'm trying to thicken up too much. I'll give you a spin as well before I cut up too much. There's no areas that I'm trying to thicken up too much. I'm going to, you know, spin the tree so the sun comes in here and grows the back of it a bit better. As you can see, it's getting quite dry there on the roots. The moss is starting to die, which means it's getting too dry. I think it's pretty safe just to hack it all back. So I'll just grab handfuls and just cut it. I should give you a bit of a close-up of where I'm cutting it. It's pretty much only, I don't know, a couple inches from where it comes out, I suppose. Maybe 2 inches from where it's all growing from. This is quite fun. I like doing the spring cleanup. And it's a good time of year, the nice new green shoots growing. I'll just give you a bit of a close-up of what I mean. What I'll do is I'll grab it to there. I don't know if this will work. And then cut. So I grabbed it and then cut. Same here, grab it. So you want to cut probably back to there, just to shorten it all nice and short, because otherwise it looks funny with these long leaves. Like I say, that's one leaf for an ash tree. That's part of the reason I don't have too many of them, but they do look really nice in the spring, you know, really bright green leaves, and they do get good bark. You might see under here it's starting to get some good bark in there. So they are a good tree. Yeah, so I'll put the camera back here and do a bit more trimming. you do this, the new lots of leaves that come out are actually quite a bit smaller on an ash tree. If you've ever seen someone that meticulously goes through pinching these all the time, they get really small leaves on them. And they can actually be reduced pretty well, they just need a bit more work than something like a Chinese elm tree. They can make really nice bonsais if you're willing to keep pinching and cutting back. I probably maybe left this one a little bit late, but not really. You know, the growth was just starting to harden off at the base of each new shoot, which is generally a good time to do it. Yeah, this lets a bit more light into the middle as well, which then if you've got a struggling inner shoot in here which is struggling along, so give it more light to help it grow a bit better, even out the tree more. Let's have a bit of a look, see how it's going. Alright. Well, that's about it. I've given it a good haircut there, I reckon. I'll put it back on the bench, give it some water, let it grow a bit more fertiliser. One thing I will mention about the ash tree is where you got wire on, you've got to be careful on an ash tree because the branches can swell up really quick. And before you know where you are, the wires are cutting in. This has only got a little bit of wire on top, and that looks okay at the moment, but I'll keep a close eye on it. Yeah, that's about it. That's the trimming back of the ash tree. Cheers for watching Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Please share, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. As you can see, the trees don't seem to care too much for repotting as the amount of growth that it's put on. Alright, cheers for watching.